Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Data After Hours. I'm your host, Eric Ballish, and today we're stepping beyond our 9 to 5 to explore the hobbies and interests that shape the lives of data professionals outside of work. Joining me is Sekou Tyler, founder of Royal Blue Analytics, a data visualization, analytics, and engineering consulting company. Sekou is a Tableau social ambassador known for his popular YouTube series, 10 Minute Tuesday and Technology Tip Thursday. If you haven't seen these yet, you'll definitely want to check them out. He's presented at multiple conferences and is a respected voice in the data analytics community, especially in the worlds of Tableau and Power BI. But tonight, we're turning the focus away from data. Instead, we're diving into Sekou's personal hobbies and interests. So grab your favorite after-hours beverage, settle in, and let's get to know the person behind the data. This is Data After Hours. Hey, Sekou, welcome to the show.
Hey, Eric, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on. So before we get into all the fun stuff, let's let everybody know kind of what's your contribution to the data analytics community and just how involved you are.
Yeah, I hope I contribute stuff, man. I hope people are looking at what I do. So really, I try to be active in the community, man. So as you mentioned in the intro, I'm active in the Tableau community. So Tableau social ambassador, uh, Tableau co-lead a Tableau Black in Data user group. In Nashville, co-lead the Tableau Power BI. Well, Tableau user group and Power BI user group. Haven't doing as much of Tableau stuff. So Jim, if you're listening to this, my bad. I'll be back. So doing a lot of things, but ultimately try to connect and create content and do a lot of tips and tricks. So I have a YouTube channel, Sekou, where I try to solve the same problem in multiple tools. So it's like, how do I create a dynamic bar chart, doing it in Power BI and Tableau at the same time? Or how do I do this problem in Alteryx and Tableau Pro, right? I try to be a utility knife and think about the problem more so than the tool itself. So that's always been my mentality, and just try and share what I have in this brain of mine.
That's awesome. Yeah, your YouTube videos have been super helpful for me, especially someone who is kind of new to Power BI and having to learn it. I'm like, oh, I know how to do this in Tableau, but how do I do it in Power BI? So I really appreciate those. And on top of all of that, you've started your own company as well.
Yeah. Been a year as of earlier this month. It's been a
Oh
year, which is
wow.
crazy.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
How's all that going? Just, absolutely loving it. Is it stressful? Where you feel?
It's fun. It's fun. It's stressful. It's anxious. It's exhausting, but it's freeing. It's rewarding. It's a new elevation mentality that I didn't think I would have being on my own. So now it's
Mhm.
the chips are on my plate, right? It's on me to get up and do the things that I said I would do. It's on me to put in an extra effort because there's no one coming to save me. So
Mhm.
that in that regard, that's there. But then it's also exciting because now I'm starting to think about, all right, what does this look like? Am I scaling? Am I growing? Am I okay with being independent? Do I actually want to
Mhm.
have a firm? What are some things that I could do? Can I create a product? Right. So the concept of actually making a dollar and then bringing it in is starting to expand my mind. So now, even though my craft is data analytics, now I'm actually a freelancer, independent owner. So now it's like, okay, well, what else can I do? I know how to set up an LLC. I know how to create a business. I know how to subcontract out. Well, what other entities and other industries can I actually
Mhm.
dive into? Now that I'm here, so it's cool. It's a lot of fun, but the anxiety and anxiousness, it doesn't go away. But it's good, and I think for me that keeps me settled is the reason why I went independent was so I could have more time and be present with my family and do all things. So as long as I'm providing for my family, I'm present with my daughter, my wife is cool. As long as those three things are good, then it's just work ultimately at the end of the day. So, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. No, I'm super excited for you and love what you're doing, and it's awesome to have that support system at home as well. So
Yeah.
I was checking out your website. Website looks awesome, by the way. I think I remember you just kind of sharing some updates a while ago, and was kind of clicking through it today before we chatted, and looks great. I love it.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy who did it. I'll tag him in the comments on here. But yeah, he did this. I
Yeah.
didn't do this from scratch. So, so I think it's part of being an owner of just being super smart and figuring out people who can do
Yeah.
things for you and make you look good. So that's ultimately what it
You
is.
don't want to add a website creation to
No,
your
no.
consulting services?
I mean, I can, but you're not going to be happy with the outcome.
That's awesome. All right, so let's get into just, what does Sekou like to do beyond the normal 9 to 5? So, you put in your day's work with your clients. Like what do you enjoy doing on the weekends or at home with the family?
Yeah, man. So I have a 3-year-old daughter. I've been married for 7 years, so family is always first, ultimately. But after hours, it's hanging out with baby girl, hanging out with the family and stuff. Trying to cook more, trying to do some fun things. I just got a pellet smoker earlier this year, so I'm
Oh,
trying to learn how to
sweet.
smoke stuff. Yeah, I just made some
Yeah.
smoked salmon the other day, which I'm really excited about. Trying to work on my wing recipe. It's getting a little better,
Ooh,
but
nice.
it's getting there. I'm going to do a brisket. I've decided I'm going to do a brisket, and then I think we're going to be here for Thanksgiving. So hopefully I can smoke a turkey on it. So
Ooh,
that'd be a
yeah.
goal of mine to get that up and running. Outside of that, we're active in the Peloton. So whenever this comes out, I'm not sure when this come out, but there'll be Tableau and London conference going out. But me and Kim, my wife, we actually signed up for a class. So we'll be doing a live in studio class in London while we're out there.
Oh, sweet.
So
That's
yeah, so that's gonna
awesome.
be yeah, so that's super exciting. And the Peloton, it fits my competitive bug that I have. So very competitive in nature. So even just seeing like the numbers and leaderboards, it kind of gives me that extra drive and that effort when I'm riding on a bike. So that's super awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
awesome. Well, let's unpack those a little bit. So,
okay.
starting with your family and your daughter. So, does she have like do you guys go out on the weekends doing stuff with her? Like, does she has a favorite thing that she likes to do?
Yeah, man. So she's super busy. So during the week, like it's pretty routine, right? Is get up, breakfast, go to school, come home. We'll do lesson and stuff at night to help her, sharpen stuff and make sure she's evolving and everything. And then afterwards, probably watch TV. We'll have dinner and then watch TV or something. So Monday through like Thursday's really structured.
Hmm.
Thursday night. So this is the thing I got from my dad. So Thursday night we would always like kind of do something after school. So it's kind of like that break right before the weekend. And so we typically try and do something, whether we like go to the library or we'll go like to the park or we'll go like walk around or just do something, right? So Thursday night, like tonight, is actually Halloween. So tonight will
Yeah.
be Halloween and we'll be dressing up and doing everything like of that nature. And then Friday night is typically like pizza night or something. So we kind of chill out, family gets around, watch a movie, eat pizza,
Hmm.
or go somewhere and get something. Saturday she's in dance. So Saturday morning she always has dance class,
Oh, sweet.
and
Nice.
then
Are you gonna have you done any of like the daughter father
yeah,
dances yet, like
yeah,
on
we had
stage and?
yeah, we had the daddy daughter dance last year, but I haven't been able to do the recital. So I haven't got a
Okay.
recital yet.
All
But
right.
but she
I
had her
hope we
own
get to see that
recital.
on your YouTube channel in the future.
Yeah, I'll live stream it. I'll make sure people are there.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, Olivia and I don't have kids yet, but in the next year or so we'll see. But I'm really, as some of my friends have started to have kids, so I'm like
Yeah.
really starting to see like just those, parent like daughter son like moments, and like I can't wait for that. So I'm
Yeah.
you're always sharing stuff, and I just love what you share with your family, and so I'm looking forward to those moments as well.
Yeah, they're fun. It forces you to change your perspective on things and then change your routine as well, right? You can't just go out Friday night, go crazy because like Saturday morning you got to get up. So it
Hmm.
actually forces you. It forces me to rest more, like actually get like intentional rest, so that I
Hmm.
can be active and present and do all
Yeah.
the things that come along with it. And then Sunday we have church always, so we always go to
Hmm.
church on Sunday. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So then the pellet smoker. So you said you're trying to cook more. So do you cook? Who cooks most at home?
So I cook the most at home,
Okay.
with my wife being a close second, but that's just because she's awesome being a mom and doing all
Hmm.
the things and doing everything
Yeah.
in the house. So it's like I'll step up and do some of the cooking. But yeah, I definitely do the cooking, and I'm also I guess when it comes to the creative side of it, like it's kind of an outlet at times to where I can see like, hey, I have these 7 ingredients. What can I come up with tonight? And so
Oh
it's
my
kind of a way
gosh.
to use some of that creative part of the brain um,
Mhm.
when
I
I'm
must
tackling
not
it
have
data.
that. because I have to follow a recipe. I'm like 2 cups of this, sprinkle of that. Well, what's a sprinkle? Is that like 2 pinches? I don't know. So yeah, I think I've talked about it on some other episodes with other people. We always seem to talk about food, but yeah, my Olivia, she loves to cook. So I help with the dishes, help with preparing stuff, clean the rest of the house, do the line. I do all the other chores, but she loves to cook. It's like her place to get creative, and I don't know. I can't get everything done at the right time. Everything comes out cold. It's just like it's tough. So how's the pellet smoker you said? I mean I feel like all of those things sound super cool to me, but I don't know, like, are they easy to use, hard to use?
So it's easier than I thought it would be, but it's also a challenge as well. So like I grill like with charcoal. So I came
Mhm.
out learning how to charcoal and grill and stuff instead of fire and everything of that nature, right? So I'm used to like different marks and stuff like on my food. So when I got the smoker, it was like, low and slow or it was high. And so there was like a learning curve of like,
Yeah.
am I cooking this chicken long enough? Or like, is this good? Like I remember I made hot dogs and I didn't see any brown marks on there. I was like, maybe I should put them on longer or should I turn up the temperature? I was just so confused because like
Yeah.
with the charcoal, like you put it on there, you knock it out, twist it in like 2 or 3 minutes, like you're good. So it's been a bit of a learning curve, but it's also been a lot of fun too because now I get to experiment with different things and try different things, and then because it's bigger, I can kind of prep for the week as well too.
Yeah. That's sweet. I mean, down in Nashville, you probably have a good amount of resources down there to teach you and get a lot
Yeah,
of.
like
Yeah.
a couple of my frat brothers, like they compete, like they're smokers and they
Oh,
compete.
sweet.
So there's also like a element of like, I don't want y'all to try my food yet because y'all do this on a big stage.
Yeah.
But I hit them up for like tips and tricks as well, so they help me out a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I can hear your competitive spirit coming out there. It's like you guys can't have this yet. I got to get better, and then we can go at
No, it's not even that. It's actually the other way around. It's actually, I won't call it imposter syndrome because I'm not trying to be anything, but it's more along the lines of just like, yeah, no, I'll let my family eat my food because if it sucks, I don't want y'all to try anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I enjoy being Olivia's taste tester before she makes it for a bigger group. She's like,
Yeah.
like we got to have this first before I make it for anybody
Right,
else.
exactly.
Yeah, you've already set the bar up here. You can't like come in below that now. So, and then you talked a little bit about the Peloton stuff. I remember when we worked together that you're pretty active in that, and I don't. We've talked about getting one so many times, and we just never have. But like, I we take a lot of like classes together. So Olivia teaches yoga, so I go and take her class. We do boxing together, so we go to Rumble, and we take class together. And I like it's just so silly, but it's like I feel like we would need two because we would be at it going against each other, like and we would need two at the same time. And it's like we can't do that. That's just too extra.
It's actually funny. Like my wife Kim, she's the one who got me on Peloton. So she had traveled for work one time, and they had it in a hotel. And she was like, "Yo, I love this bike." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I ain't think nothing of it." So I'm used to like Stairmaster and running and gym,
Mhm.
and spending like hours before we had a kid and stuff. And so I would spend a lot of time there. And when I tried it, no, she actually bought one. So she bought one. No, that's what it was. We had bought like an actual introductory bike, so it was just like a cycling bike, but it was like
Mhm.
$200-300. But at the time, Peloton, you could like cast to the TV, so technically you could do the classes without having a
Oh
Peloton
yeah.
bike and then still use it. And it was just like, okay, I was kind of hooked to cycling. It was during COVID, so you're indoor most of the time, so you still had to get some work in. And then eventually, I think they had a sale because they had so much product that we bought one, and it was just like, okay, I like the competition now. I get it. And then, so we have one downstairs, but then for in 2022, she actually bought me one for my birthday. So I actually have one in my office. So we are that snobby couple who have two in
Nice.
the house. So I have one in my
Nice.
office. She has one downstairs, and now we don't have to share and go back and forth. We can actually, bike together, and so
Nice.
it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. See? Okay. There. I'm sold. All right. Now we just need
Yeah.
to get two. That's all. I know they have like some other like the treadmill version, but do you like that one, or do you guys just the bike?
So just a bike for actual purchase, but with the treadmill, I will go to the gym and do a class. So I would just run on the treadmill, and then like I just stream it on my phone, and then my Apple Watch will sync
Mhm.
up to that. So it will kind of track my steps. I still don't think it's like as accurate as if you have like the actual treadmill, but it is
Mhm.
still a good, change of pace. And then I have weights up here as well too, so I can do like some of the free weight classes too.
Nice. That's awesome. Do you ever think about doing any races or competition or any
So
of that type of stuff?
yes, I did a 5K before, running wise, and earlier this year we actually did a competition. This was October. We're in October now. So September we did a 50-mile challenge where try to run 50 miles within a month and stuff. So that got my running bug back in.
Hmm.
But now it's getting cold. I don't run when it's cold, like
Yeah.
outside. So catch me out in the spring, and I got you.
Yeah.
So I'll be back in
Nice.
rhythm.
Nice. Yeah, you should do one of those Spartan races, man, or Tough Mudders. I
I
did the
know,
Spartan
man.
races. I love those things.
Really?
Yeah, I think I just did my ninth or 10th one a few months ago. So they're I know I'm not like doing sports, like competitively anymore. So it like gives me something to like stay in
Yeah.
shape for and work towards. Because it's like if I get there, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to like you not be able to do obstacles. And so I it gives me something to like, hey, I got to stay in shape to like get through this
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah, I think I'll take you up on that because I still there. Even though physically I recovered from this Achilles tear, there's
Mhm.
still a mental hurdle there. Even with hooping, like I haven't really hooped. Like I shot around probably like 3 weeks ago, and I was doing just like basic pivot stuff, and there was still like a mental thing. Like
Mhm.
even if I felt like a small tweak, I looked down. Like there's still some PTSD. So I think a race might
Yeah.
get me out of it. Actually,
Yeah. That's a good point. I've never had I fractured my fibula in high school, but I haven't had any like anything like that happen to me since. Knock on wood. But I would understand that it's like I can't push it too much, or it's like
uh,
something's gonna happen. So yeah, I definitely feel you there.
but it's crazy because I got the green light from my physical therapist. So they're like, "You're good." Now it's just me, like, just holding myself back. Like, no,
Yeah,
I gotta try it.
yeah. So I know we got a few minutes left here, and I know you're also a sports guy. How's the I forget? Are you into the NFL? How is
Yeah,
the
yeah. The Titans suck. We just got whooped really bad by Detroit. Flew all the way to Detroit to get embarrassed like that. So it's a rebuild year. We have a new
Mhm.
stadium coming. So hopefully by the time the stadium's built, we have talent to go in there and
Mhm.
uplift it. But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
losing
nice.
Derrick Henry.
I didn't realize you guys were building a new stadium, like right where the
Hmm.
old one is, like knocked down
Yeah,
and
right beside
rebuilt.
it.
Or
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
They're gonna
sweet.
knock it down. It's gonna be an indoor stadium, so I think all of it is trying to lead to eventually getting a Super Bowl here because it'll be indoors and
Mm.
bigger and all the stuff that comes along with it. Nashville being what it is, so yeah,
Oh,
it's,
sweet.
it's in the process now.
Yeah. That Derrick Henry loss was tough.
It's huge,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's okay. Rebuilding.
yeah, yeah. Rebuild for sure. Hey, I feel like the Steelers have been rebuilding for years, but we still somehow make the playoffs. Mike Tomlin still has his never a losing
Yeah,
season, but it's
yeah.
like, come on, we're not winning in the playoffs. It's like I don't care if we get in and we lose every year, but it's like I want to at least get like a win or two in here. But yeah, I don't know. This year is interesting with
It is.
Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And I remember ESPN came out with that article. It's like contenders and pretenders, and the Steelers were listed as a pretender. I was like, come on, don't do Mike Tomlin like that. Oh man. All right, Sekou. One last question before we wrap up here. This is just something that I've been asking everybody just for fun. So, if you had to fight a gorilla or grizzly bear, which would you choose and why?
I would fight. I think I can square it with the gorilla. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the gorillas don't have like big claws. I feel like grizzly bears have big claws. They can like scratch me and wipe me out. But
Yeah.
like a gorilla is like super strong. But I feel like size wise, at least I'm tall. So maybe I can at least like stand over and
Hmm.
have like maybe a fractional intimidation, which I probably won't at all because like it's a wrap. They come charging at me.
Yeah.
But but I think eye to eye, I can go. I can at least look at it, but it's a wrap either way. But I would say
Yeah.
gorilla.
Yeah. I think most people have said gorilla. I feel like they might be easier to reason with.
Yeah.
They're friendly animals, and I don't know. Well, I never want to find out, but that seems to
No,
be
no.
the running answer that a lot of people have given. All right, well that's all we have time for today. Seiki, thanks for joining me. Pleasure having you on and just getting to learn more about you outside of our typical day-to-day data analytics stuff that we're doing. Love that you're always a family first person and just super involved in the community as well. I really appreciate everything that you do on YouTube and share it with everybody. I think they're incredible resources. So I'm going to tell everybody to make sure you go follow SQL Sekou on YouTube again and check out all his content. It's absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day and for joining me tonight.
Of course, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yep. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit subscribe for more interesting stories from the data world and join us next time on Data After Hours. Stay curious and good night.